Hello everyone, we are from Group 4 and we will be presenting our material titled The Presentation, PowerPoint and Psychology of Color. Okay, before that, let me introduce each member of Group 4. There are Imelda, Wilhelmina, Herianto, and Gita. Okay, let's begin to explain.
First, we have to know definition of PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a presentation software developed by Microsoft, used to create, edit, and display slides in various visual formats. It allows users to present information using text, image, graphics, videos, animation, and transition effect, making presentation more engaging and easier for the audience to understand.
How to create a PowerPoint presentation. In creating a PowerPoint presentation, we must understand the function of each available feature to use them optimally. By mastering these features, we can design presentations that are more engaging, professional, and effective in delivering message. Therefore, before discussing the function of each feature in PowerPoint, let us first understand the importance of mastering this tool to enhance the quality of our presentations. Furthermore, a good understanding of PowerPoint features will help us save time and designing slides and ensure that our presentations are not only informative but also visually appealing. By utilizing available features such as design, animations, and transitions, we can create more dynamic and interactive presentations. In this session, we will discuss each key feature in PowerPoint, including its functions and how to use it, so we can make the most of them support effective and professional material delivery. A. The menus available in Microsoft PowerPoint. There are several menus provided in PowerPoint, namely the first, File menu. The File menu, also known as the Backstage menu, provides options for saving, opening files, printing, and sharing your document. To access the Backstage view, click the File tab on the ribbon. In the File menu, there are Return to PowerPoint, Info, New, Open, Save and Save As, Print, Share, Export, Close, Account, and Options. Second, Home menu contains basic tools such as font, text size, paragraph settings, colors, and buttons to add or delete slides. In Microsoft Office 2016, the default ribbon is the Home tab, also known as the Primary tab. This tab contains the most frequently used commands. There are clipboard, slides, font, paragraph, and drawing. Third, Insert menu, used to add objects such as tables, image, icons, videos, audio, and charts. The Insert menu provides various tools for adding content to slides. There are slides, tables, image, illustration, links, comments, text, symbols, and media. For Design menu, it adjusts themes, colors, and slide backgrounds to make them more appealing. The Design menu provides tools for customizing the appearance of a presentation. There are themes, variants, and customize. Fifth, Transitions menu adds transition effects between slides for a more dynamic presentation. The Transitions menu controls how slides transition from one to another. There are Preview, Transition to this slide, and Timing. 6. Animations menu applies animation effects to text or objects to make them more interactive. The Animations menu provides tools for adding motion effects to objects within slides. There are Preview, Animations, and Timing. 7. Slideshow menu Manage presentation display modes such as starting from the beginning or from a specific slide. The slideshow menu is used for configuring and starting a presentation in slideshow mode. It is divided into 3 groups. There are Start Slideshow, Setup, and Monitor. 8. Review menu. Use to check spelling and add comments to the presentation. The review menu provides tools for proofreading and document comparison. There are proofing, insights, language, comments, compare, and ink. 9. View menu. Change the slide display mode such as normal view or editing mode. The view menu is used to modify how the presentation appears while editing. It consists of 6 groups. There are presentation views, master views, show or hide, zoom, color or grayscale, window, and macros. B. How to design a slide. There are several steps in designing a slide, namely the first, slide layout. When opening PowerPoint for the first time, a blank slide appears containing a title and subtitle section. This is because every presentation typically includes a title. PowerPoint provides various slide layouts and themes that can be selected based on presentation needs. Available content formats include text, tables, diagrams, clip art, image, and media clips. If the default slide layout does not fit the presentation's needs, users can customize the slide appearance by selecting a blank slide layout and designing it freely. To insert content into a slide, first go to the Insert menu. Second, select the desired content type, for example, text box, image, table, and chart, etc. Second, slide design. Third, animations. 4. Slide transition. To create a smoother transition between slides, transition effects can be added to make the presentation more engaging. This can be done using the transition to the slide menu. If you want to apply the effects to all slides, click Apply to All. Additionally, sound effects and transition speed can be adjusted. 5. Hyperlink. 6. Slide Master.
Okay guys, I will continue to explain how to use PowerPoint or Microsoft PowerPoint. How to use Microsoft PowerPoint for presentation in very effective if done correctly. Here are the steps. The first step is opening and creating a presentation. Upon opening and creating a presentation, there are 2 steps that have to do. The first, open PowerPoint and select blank presentation or an available template. And second, add a new slide by clicking new slide in the Home tab. And second, arranging slide context. In arranging slide context, there are 3 steps that have to do the PowerPoint to use PowerPoint. The first, use title and subtitle for each slide to make a clearer. And second, and text, image, add text, image, graphics, or video as needed. And the last, use bullet points to make it easier to understand. And then number 3 or third step to use PowerPoint is designing slide. In designing slide, there are several or 3 steps that have to do to use PowerPoint. The first, choose a professional theme. in the Design tab. And second, use constructing colors for good readability. And third, don't use too much text. It's better to use short bullet point. And fourth, step to use PowerPoint, adding animation and transition. In adding animation and transition, there are three steps that have to do to adding animation and transition. The first, to make your presentation more interesting use. And second, transition. Go to the transition tab and select effect between slides. And the last, animation. Select the object you want to animate in the animation tab. And five, presenting the presentation. In presenting presentation, there are three or several steps that I have to do to use PowerPoint. First, press F5 or click slide so for beginning to start. Then use for the right or left arrows or the space key to move between slide. And then if you want to highlight something, use the laser pointer or highlighter feature in the presentation menu. And the last is saving and sharing presentation. In saving and sharing presentation, there are three steps that I have to do to use PowerPoint. Save in PPT format, so that it can be edited again. File, save as. And second, save as PDF if you want to share it without being able to edit. And the last, use the share feature to share directly via Gmail or cloud. Okay guys, that's all, and we'll continue my friend's email.
We have to know psychology of color definition. Color psychology is the study of how colors evoke human feelings, emotions, and behavior. It can be applied in various fields such as design, marketing, and interior design. Color psychology in PowerPoint presentation. Color psychology explores how colors influence a person's feelings, behavior, and perception. In presentation, choosing the right color is crucial for effectively conveying a message and creating the desired impression on the audience. The right colors can enhance the presentation appeal, reinforce the message, and make it more memorable. Conversely, incorrect color choice can confuse, diminish credibility, and even make the audience feel comfortable.
Okay everyone, now we are going to talk about the basics of color theory, specifically in the context of presentations. Let's start with warm colors. Warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. These colors tend to give an energetic, enthusiastic, and warm impression, suitable for use to generate enthusiasm and attract attention. However, excessive use can make the presentation look too busy and distracting. Now let's move on to cool colors. Cool colors, blue, green, and purple. These colors tend to give a calm, peaceful, and professional impression. Cool colors, blue, green, and purple. These colors tend to give a calm, peaceful, and professional impression, suitable for use for presentations that require a formal and serious atmosphere. However, excessive use can make the presentation look boring. Now, neutral colors. Neutral colors, black, white, gray, and cream. Now about neutral colors. Neutral colors black, white, gray, and cream. These colors give a neutral and versatile impression, suitable for use as a background or to balance other, more striking colors. Color contrast. Using contrasting colors can attract attention and make a presentation more lively. However, make sure the contrast is not too sharp that it interferes with eye comfort. And the last, color harmonization. Using harmonious colors creates a calm and professional impression. An example is the use of analogous colors adjacent on the color wheel or complementary colors opposite on the color wheel. In the plain color psychology in PowerPoint have several kinds. The first, background. Use a neutral background color, white, cream, light gray, to avoid distracting from the content of your presentation. Colors that are too bright can make your eyes tire quickly. The second, text. Use text colors that contrast with the background for easy reading. Black or white on a light background and light colors on a dark background are safe choices. Avoid using too many different text colors on one slide. The third, images and graphics. Choose image and graphic colors that are consistent with the theme of your presentation and the message you want to convey. Use colors that are eye-catching but not distracting. Fourth, activities. Use different colors to make important parts of your presentations. For example, use red for important points or green for additional information. Fifth, consistency. Keep your colors consistent throughout your presentation. Consistent use of colors will make your presentation look more professional and easier to follow. And the last, target audience. Consider your target audience when choosing colors. Colors that are suitable for children may not be appropriate for a business presentation. For example, the first, for business presentations, it is better to use blue or green. These colors create a professional and trustworthy impression. The second, for product presentation, match the color to the product branding so that it looks harmonious and attractive. And finally, for educational presentations, use bright and eye-catching colors, but make sure they are easy to read so as not to interfere with the audience understanding.